So I had a big and I forgot to record my mic while I was recording this episode, so some of the audio clips might be a little bit off. I'll try to fill in as best as I can, but yeah, this is just part of the learning experience, and I hope that you enjoy the podcast episode. So yeah, today on the podcast we have Ellena, who is a singer-songwriter, a musician, and just a really cool person, so we'll dig into some of the music she's listening to, and yeah. Very interesting thing. So yeah, let's just jump right into it and ask, what are you listening to as of lately?
Oh, you know what I've been listening to, that I guess it's not like lately, but the first one that comes to mind is Larkin Poe.
Larkin?
Larkin, Larkin, Larkin Poe. And it was, what the hell is the name of this record? Hold on. Venom and Faith. So there are two sisters. I can't remember where they're from. I think somewhere in the South. They now live in Tennessee. But they both play guitar and they both sing and harmonize, and they're incredible. Yeah.
Oh, cool. It says that they are just like a roots rock, blues rock, soul rock, psychedelic folk.
Yeah. It's like Southern rock, I would like to say, but or highway rock, like Kings of Leon is another, but yeah, something like that. I like them. Okay. A lot happening.
Awesome. Well, I've never heard of them, but I have to give it a shot now. So what is your most recently liked song?
My most recently liked song?
Yeah. So on your Spotify or something?
Witchy Woman by the Eagles.
Ah, cool, the Eagles. So what do you like about this song?
It had a witchy vibe to it. So it was for a Halloween playlist, and I've never heard it before. And I listened to it, and I thought it had exactly what I was looking for to fit the vibe that I was going for.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Halloween recently. So what other artists were in your mix, in your Halloween mix?
Marilyn Manson came into the mix, there was another one, Black Magic Woman.
By Santana.
I think so, yeah. And there was a bunch. There was definitely a Fleetwood Mac song in there that I can't remember. Marilyn Manson was in it. Dude, there's some good ones. There was some Monster Mash, some stuff from Rock Horror Picture Show. Then there were some other songs that were really intense. Oh, I think I have it somewhere. Where is it? No, I don't. I just listened to a Halloween mixtape with Ashley.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were in DC.
I was on the way. So the one cool thing about streaming platforms, especially right now, Spotify, is that you can do group sessions. So I end up listening to music with Ashley, 3 times a week sometimes. We just kind of play and listen to whatever one of us is listening to. So it was, I was on the way. I was in the car and she was at the apartment. We were listening.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Nice. So speaking of other features, do you use the private sessions for guilty pleasures?
I've never done private session on Spotify, but having said that, I don't know. So this can go one of two directions depending on who the audience is that I'm talking to. So for like all my hard rocker friends who know me as a hard rocker, I guess my guilty pleasure would be like all the yoga music that I listen to. Where I'm, yeah, some of it's like really terrible, but what I'm more talking about is chanting, right? Like, so Sanskrit mantras are chanted. And there's been a lot of musicians who've taken a lot of liberties on how chants are supposed to be done, the diction, inflection, the pronunciation, the style. So yeah, that's more what I'm talking about. It's like there's a bunch of really bad chanting, which I try not to listen to, but then there's some that's like just really relaxes me, just listening to the same mantra over and over again. But otherwise it would be like NSYNC. I think that would be my other, like, I don't actually actively ever listen to it, but like if I have a bunch of party people in my car or something like that, I'll just throw on something silly like NSYNC and people laugh. I'm like, yeah, remember this song? Guilty pleasures. No, I'm pretty much an open book. I don't get embarrassed on the music. I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Wow, so that's quite the diversity
for sure.
of genres. So how did you get into these like genres or different genres that you've gotten into? Different
it's
yoga
like
music.
It's a long story, but I'll try and simplify it. I was grounded for a really long period of time in middle school, and I had my guitar and like my stereo taken away. So I started reading books about meditation and spirituality. And that's where I kind of found that whole field. But after I became a yoga teacher, one of the best parts of teaching yoga class and what I would base my classes around, and one of the most fun parts would be the music that I would listen to. Or play for my students or whatever.
So you would DJ and be a yoga teacher at the same time?
Yeah. So I would have a playlist usually that I would make in beforehand, as well as like a script for the poses that we were going to do for the day and the progression of poses, so that it all kind of worked. And they would fit to the songs too, so that I knew like the song ending would be a cue. I actually ended up DJing at least one, I think 2 yoga classes, like with a big crowd where I was live DJing, kind of just feeling the energy of the crowd and the teacher and DJing at the same time, which was really fun. I liked it a lot. With turntables, nonetheless, all vinyl. It was amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was, but it was just cool that it was amazing that I was able to like curate a whole collection of music for a yoga class that was on vinyl. Cause like some songs you can't really, that's not true, but it's hard to do yoga to like everything when you're trying to cater to the audience.
So was like music and yoga pretty popular thing, or?
Yeah. I mean, some people, there's one of my first classes that I taught was for rock and roll yoga. And then there's like, yeah, which it was terrible, but you know, in hindsight, like, but I think there's like a hardcore yoga community where they like practice listening to hardcore music. Like, I think that's like a thing. So.
Have you heard of other like yoga genres, like the goat yoga?
God, that one's ridiculous to me. I'm like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's just people literally doing yoga, and there's just goats doing yoga with them.
It's pretty funny. But it's just like, how did that become then an official thing? That's weird to me. Like, oh, we got to find all the goats in New Jersey to have a goat yoga class. Like, what? Are there goats in New Jersey? I didn't even know that.
Speaking of goats, let's talk about inspirational places. Places of inspiration. So, where are some areas or music scenes that you want people to know about?
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to list some off real quick. Okay. Well, all right. Brooklyn, New York, clearly. I mean, there's always a scene. It's different than what you would expect, but it's cool. I went to Nashville. Obviously, they've got a scene. Austin, Seattle, they've all got scenes going on. London is where I learned about music and became like, not really, but like that's where I was out and about listening to live acts. Camden Town in London. But I would go to shows at the Brixton Academy and Shepherd's Bush, Wembley Arena. And then Thailand had a really cool blues bar. It's not really a scene, but there's a bar. But yeah, like Seattle was insane. I will have to say, Seattle was the coolest scene in this country that I was able to visit so far. I picked up 3 different magazines when I got there, like local magazines, and reviewed all the live acts happening every night and went to their Spotify, listened to them, and I had like 10 acts a night to choose from, at least, sometimes like 20 to 30 on a Friday or a Saturday. So that's pretty intense that there's, and Nashville, like on a Saturday night, there's like 150 live bands playing at the same time on the same street, which is insane because it's like vibrant.
Whoa,
it's
that's
so
wild.
intense. It's like you can just feel all the music. But yeah, Seattle was one of the best bands I ever saw. House bands I ever saw was in Seattle. I was like, job stopped. Oh man, I should know this. They were just a house band, but they played a cover of She's So Heavy by the Beatles, and it went on for like 25 minutes. And they did it in like 18 different styles. It was so incredible. They were just very, very, all very talented. The drummer for that band actually ended up touring. I can't remember what tour he was on, but yeah, they were very good. The name of the place was the Sea Monster. That's the name of the bar.
Oh, wow.
The Sea Monster.
What a wild name.
Yeah. It was like in the middle of nowhere too, but I don't know why, but I was drawn to it and it was the best decision I ever made.
So what other music scenes?
Not ever, but one of them.
That are still inspirational.
In terms of music scenes? Oh, Asbury Park. Shit, I can't believe I forgot that. Big up. New Jersey.
Where's Ashbury?
Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Oh.
What up? I'm currently in Florida, so yeah, but yeah, Asbury Park has a big music scene. There's about 15 venues in Asbury Park, and it's only like a 20 block radius. So it's like it's another one of those things where you can go to the town on a Saturday night, and there can be like 10 to 15 live acts playing at the same time. So it draws people who are interested in music, but everybody can go to their own, like, whatever style of music they like. Or you can start the evening having a cocktail listening to one band and then go see a show with, like, 2 other bands and then go to an after party with another band. So that's pretty cool, too. Yeah.
Dang, that sounds super fun. I really want to check that scene out.
It's awesome. In the summer, though.
Yeah, I miss live music.
Mostly in the summer because New Jersey gets cold in the winter.
Oh.
That was, for the pandemic, that was the biggest thing. Like, I didn't miss anything except for, like, going to live shows. That was, like, it. I was like, I wanted to run away one day. And I'm like, the only thing that, like, I ever really, like, could reset me without, like, having too many cocktails would be, like, going to a show.
Oh, no. Where do you enjoy listening to music, like, the most?
On airplanes.
Airplanes or driving, or like driving or running, like what? Or just chilling.
Yeah, walking through a city.
Walking through a city.
No, yeah, walking through a city when it's like bustling and just being in my own little bubble. I would say that's my favorite. Or like doing active things. There's so many, like, I have a lot of really vivid memories of specific songs and specific images in my head, you know, like where the song synced up with what was happening in